love, 15, 30, 40. I mean, what's up with the tennis scoring system? I mean, doesn't it feel sometimes like somebody just created that to confuse new players? Well, the truth is that once you understand how it works, it actually makes sense. And in today's video, I'm going to be telling you everything you need so that you can keep score like a pro. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Step 1, points. In the game of tennis, the smallest unit of scoring is a point. And the way it works is 0 points we call love, 1 point is 15, 2 is 30, 3 points is 40, and 4 points, you win the game. Now, the only sort of catch is that if both of you make it to 40, we call that deuce. And the reason is because deuce is 2. In order to win the game, you have to win the next 2 consecutive points. So if you and I are tied 40-40, that's deuce. If you win the next point, you have what's called the advantage. If you win that second point, well, you win the game. But if I win that next point, well, now we're back to deuce. And so it's going to continue on until one of us wins 2 consecutive points. Now, I can already hear my fellow nerds out there saying, well, yeah, but why 15, 30, 40 game? Well, the answer is actually found in a clock. Yes, you heard me right. You see, back in medieval France, that's how they kept score. They started 0-0 with the hands at 12. And then if you won a point, they moved that down to the 15. If you won 2 points, they moved it to 30, and if you won 3 points, it went to the 45. If you won that 4th point, you won the game, and it's set back up at 0. Now, I can already hear that next question. Wait a second. You just said it was 45, but earlier you said it was 15, 30, 40 game. So why the difference between the 40 and the 45? And that is a great question. Now, some people think that it's just because 40 is much easier to say than 45, and so over time, we went with the easy route. But a more plausible reason most likely comes back to that deuce point. You see, if you back it up from 45 to 40, well then if you win the advantage point, it goes from 40 to 50. If you win the next point, well then it goes from 50 and it resets back at 0. Nice and clean. So you see, while it might sound strange at first, this whole tennis scoring system, when you know the history, it actually makes a lot of sense. Games into sets. Now, the same way that points build games, games build a set. And the way that it works is the first player to win 6 games wins the set. And yes, that win by 2 rule does apply. You can win the set 6-0, 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, but you can't win the set 6-5 because of that win by 2. So if you win the next game, well, now it's 7-5, you win the set. But if the other player wins it, you're tied at 6-6. And that is going to go into a tiebreak, which we're going to talk about next. Oh, and one more thing about games. Whenever you're playing, whenever your total number of games is an odd number, you're going to switch sides of the court. So if you're starting out 0-0, you win the first game. 1 plus 0 is 1. That's an odd number. Y'all are going to switch on ends. And then you're going to do that for every time the total number of games is odd. And the reason's pretty clear. You don't want to be stuck looking into the sun for a whole match. This is going to divvy things up. The sun and the wind, all of that good stuff keeps it really fair. All right, now the score is 6-6. We have to play a tie break. What in the world is that? Well, this is good news for you because in a tie break, you start back over at 0. But this time, you're going to keep score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the first player that reaches 7 points wins. And yes, the win by 2 rule still applies. So you can win 7-2 or 7-5, but you can't win 7-6. You're going to have to keep on playing points until one player wins by 2. Now, a full match usually consists of 3 sets. So it's really the best 2 out of 3. If you win 2 sets, you win the match. Now, believe it or not, there are matches, they're called Grand Slams, that are the best of 5 sets. And in fact, back in 2010, you had 2 guys, Isner and Mahut at Wimbledon. They battled it out for over 11 hours. Yes, you heard me correctly, 11 hours. That is insane. For most of us mortals, 2 out of 3 is good. All right, so here's a quick recap. Remember, points win games, and games win sets. and sets win matches. And where's this quirky scoring system come from? Well, most likely medieval clocks. So the next time you watch or play tennis, you're gonna know what's going on now, and that is a whole lot more fun. So look, I hope this video helped you. If it did, be sure and like and/or subscribe. We got a lot more videos coming soon. So outside of that, thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you on court soon.